In a city where kidnapping has become a business, one man becomes something far more dangerous. Man on Fire isn't just an action movie, it's a story about redemption, grief, and what happens when a broken man finally finds something worth living for. And when that something is taken away, the world is gonna burn. So today on Pixel and Popcorn, we're breaking down Man on Fire, from the quiet friendship between Creasy and Peta to the most emotional revenge stories ever told on screen. The film opens with John Creasy, a former CIA operative, growing in guilt. He drinks heavily, he barely sleeps, and he sees no purpose in his life anymore. This is a man who has lost faith, not just in the world, but in himself. His old friend Rayburn offers him a job in Mexico City, and he needs to protect a young girl from kidnappers. At first, Creasy refuses. He doesn't believe he can really protect anybody, but eventually he does take the job, of course, and not because he wants to live, but because he doesn't care if he dies. Creasy then meets Peta, the young girl he's assigned to protect. She's energetic, optimistic, and very full of life, the complete opposite of him. At first, he keeps his distance, but slowly she breaks through his walls, and they train together, laugh together, and they even build trust. And for the first time in years, Creasy begins to feel something again. Hope. The relationship in this film really becomes the emotional heart of this movie, because when Peta believes in him, he starts to believe in himself. That's when we get to the next act of the movie, because everything changes. During a school pickup, armed kidnappers ambush the car, gunfire erupts, and chaos fills the streets, and Creasy fights desperately to protect Peta, taking multiple bullets in the process. But in the end, they, of course, take her, and that is what leads to the rest of this runtime. And as Creasy lies bleeding on the pavement, one thought consumes him, is that he failed. This moment breaks him completely. After recovering from his injuries, Creasy becomes something very terrifying. He stops being a bodyguard and becomes a weapon. One by one, he hunts down everyone involved in the kidnapping. His methods are very brutal, relentless, and very unforgiving, and Denzel Washington gives a hell of a performance here. This isn't revenge for pride, it's revenge for love, and the film makes it pretty clear that Creasy isn't trying to survive, he's just trying to make things right and save Peta. As Creasy digs deeper, the conspiracy then grows larger. Corrupt police officers, criminal networks, a system built on fear and money. But then he discovers something pretty shocking, is that Peta is indeed still alive, and the kidnapping was part of a much larger operation. And this revelation really changes everything towards the end of the film, because now the mission isn't revenge anymore, it is a rescue. The story builds towards a quiet, devastating ending. Creasy agrees to trade himself for Peta's life. No guns, no big fight, no escape. Just a sacrifice for someone that you really love. And he walks towards the kidnappers knowing he won't return, but he doesn't hesitate, because this time he protects her. And in the final moment, sitting in the back of the car, Creasy finally finds peace. The man who believed his life had no value gives it meaning. Man on Fire is one of the most emotional revenge stories ever made. It's not about violence, it's about redemption, about a broken man finding a reason to live and ultimately a reason to die. With a powerful performance, like I said, from Denzel Washington and Tony Scott's signature style, this film remains one of the most unforgettable thrillers of the 2000s. For me, I believe it is a perfect film. That's why I want to review this, because I know this week, I actually think tomorrow, Netflix is going to have a show. So I hope that's really good. I love Yahya. He's an amazing actor, so I'm excited for that. And so with that, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this film, how you liked it, how you didn't like it. Are you excited for the show? Are you not? And with that, I just want to thank my Patreon producers for supporting the channel. If you want to do so as well, you'll get movie vlogs, extra videos, spoiler reviews, game reviews, stuff like that. So you can click the link down in the description below, head over to the Patreon, or you can hit the YouTube join button. And if you can't, like I said, like, subscribe. That is perfectly free and helps the algorithm out. And with that, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.